Hello students, today we are starting your fifth chapter, which is separation of substances. In this chapter we will study about separation, need for separation and various ways of separating things. Students, in our daily life there are many instances when we notice a substance being separated from a mixture of materials. Now look at the first picture. Tea leaves are separated from liquid with a strainer while preparing tea. Now, in the second picture, you can see butter is taken out by churning milk or curd. So, these pictures tell us that in our daily life there are various techniques of separation we are using. Students, in chapter 3rd, we learned that we gain cotton to separate its seeds from the fiber. Today, perhaps you might have eaten salted dalia or poha or some kind of vegetable. If you found that it had chilies in it, you may have carefully taken out them before eating. Suppose you are given a basket containing mangoes and guavas and asked to separate them. What would you do? Pick out one kind of and place them in separate container, right? Seems easy. But what if the material we want to separate are much smaller than mango or guava? Now imagine you are given a glass of sand mixed with salt. Now think about it, how you will separate it? Impossible. Even to think separating salt from this mixture by picking out grains of sand by hand. Okay, just like Paheli, you all will be worried. Why would we need to separate substances like this at all? Now let me answer that. For this thing, we will solve this table. We will understand why do we separate substances. Students, in this table here, 3 columns you can see. Firstly, separation process has been mentioned. Then purpose for which separation is needed and what do we do with the separated components. Now, in the first, separate stone from rice. Why do we separate stone from rice? To remove impurities or harmful component. And then what we do with the impurity? We throw away the impurity. So this way we have matched it. Second one is churning milk to obtain butter. So the purpose of this technique is to separate two different but useful components because we need both milk and butter. Now what we will do with them? We will use both the components. Now we will talk about the third one. Separate tea leaves. Okay, we have to separate tea leaves because we want to remove non-useful component. We want to drink tea without tea leaves. Now what we will do with the waste? We will throw away the solid component. Okay? In these 3 kind of separation technique, we learned many new things. Students, we see that before we use a substance, we need to separate harmful or non-useful substances that may be mixed with it. Sometimes we separate even useful component, we need to use them separately, as we did in the case of curd. When we churn a curd, then we get buttermilk and butter. Both are useful to us. Now, the substances to be separated may be particle of different size or material. These may be in 3 state of matter: solid, liquid or gas. So how do we separate substances mixed together if they have so many different properties? This chapter will deal about it. In this chapter we will study various separation techniques, various method of separation one by one. So this was an intro of this chapter. We understood that what we are going to study. So students, today you knew about separation processes, purpose and what we do with the impurities. So have a great day, keep learning and keep asking your queries. That's all students.